bond of the Crimson Heart. Long ago, in the land of Van Lang, there lived two brothers named Tan and Kwai. They were twins who looked so much alike that even their own neighbors could not tell them apart. They shared everything, their meals, their clothes, and a deep, unbreakable bond of brotherly love. They were like two halves of a single soul, walking through life side by side. To further their education, the brothers went to study with a wise old master. The master was impressed by their dedication, but it was his daughter, Lien, who truly captured their attention. Lien was as kind as she was beautiful, and she treated both brothers with great respect. She noticed their identical faces, but soon learned to tell them apart by the subtle light in their eyes. Both Tan and Kui felt a deep affection for Lien. However, as the elder brother, Tan was the one chosen to marry her. Kwai, out of love and loyalty to his brother, stepped back with a smile, hiding his own quiet feelings. He wanted nothing more than to see Tan happy, and soon a joyous wedding was celebrated in the village. Tan and Lien built a small, happy home together, and Kui lived with them. Life was peaceful for a time, but Tan became very busy with his new responsibilities. One evening, as the sun began to set, Kui returned home from the fields first. Lien, seeing a figure in the dim light of the doorway, mistook him for her husband. Lien ran to Kui and embraced him warmly, thinking he was Tan. Kui froze, his heart racing with a mix of confusion and guilt. A moment later, Tan walked through the door and saw them. Though the mistake was quickly realized, an awkward silence fell over the house. Kui felt a heavy shame, fearing his presence would bring discord to his brother's marriage. Unable to bear the thought of causing Tan any pain, Kui decided to leave in the middle of the night. He walked until he reached the banks of a wide, rushing river. Exhausted and heartbroken, he sat down and wept until his body turned into a tall, gray limestone rock, standing guard by the water's edge forever. When Tan woke to find his brother gone, he was overcome with worry. He searched the forests and the hills until he reached the river. There, he saw the strange limestone rock and felt a mysterious connection to it. Overwhelmed by grief and exhaustion, Tan lay down beside the rock and transformed into a tall, slender areca tree with a crown of green leaves reaching for the sky. Lien waited for days, but neither brother returned. Driven by love, she set out to find them. Eventually, she reached the riverbank and found the tall areca tree growing beside the limestone rock. Sensing the spirit of her husband, she collapsed at the foot of the tree and transformed into a lush beetle vine, its leaves wrapping tenderly around the trunk of the tree. Years later, King Hongvuong passed by the river during a hunt. He noticed the peculiar sight, a tree wrapped tightly by a vine, both standing next to a gray rock. An old villager approached the king and told him the tragic story of the two brothers and the devoted wife. The king was moved by their loyalty and love. The king ordered his servants to take a fruit from the tree, a leaf from the vine, and a piece of the rock. When they were crushed together, a liquid as red as blood appeared. The king tasted it and felt a warmth spread through his heart. He declared that from that day on, the beetle and areca would be used at every wedding to symbolize the eternal bond of family and the crimson warmth of true love.